What's going on, everyone? It's Mike back again, and Everton have announced the signing of Brazilian midfielder Allan this morning. 29 years old, 22 million rising to 25, I believe, the fees. And look, what does Allan bring to Everton Football Club? Well, first and foremost, he brings guile, tenaciousness, brutality, aggression in the middle of the park. This is a guy that tucks his shirt in, pulls up his socks, walk on the pitch and give absolutely everything for 94 minutes of a match. You know, this is a guy that adds something to Everton that Everton haven't had since at least Ghana. But even before Ghana, you know, that raw tenaciousness, that real determination to win the ball back. And some of the things that he said this morning, I wanted to wait for Everton to release all of the sort of comments that they do before doing this video. But, you know, listening to some of the things he says, he sees Everton challenging at the top of the league next season, you know, challenging for European positions. You know, this is a guy that called Ancelotti the professor. This is a person that has come into Everton already gone, I respect the club because of the history. I respect the fact that they're going the right places, and I'm really looking forward to working with Carlo Ancelotti. And that for me is absolutely brilliant to hear. Like, that's exactly what I want from my centre midfielder, who is going to have to be a leader on that pitch. Because we look at the entire Everton team, and I can tell you there's very little in terms of leaders. You know, people who will get their socks dirty if they need to, people who are, you know, diving for every ball, people who will just be a bit of snide. He delivers that. And let's talk about some of his stats as well, or some of the points that have been made today. This is a guy that in Serie A has been top for the last 2 seasons in tackles and winning the ball back. This is a guy that almost went to PSG for £50 million in January. You know, this is a guy who is no doubt at the peak of his ability. You know, this is a person that, you know, has played for Brazil, was in the 2019 Copa, you know, their tournament, which they won. You know, he celebrated that trophy in June last year. You know, this is a person who knows Richarlison, but equally can mix it with the absolute best on any elite level. And talking about his career, you know, he's not been someone that's chopped and changed every year. He's not someone who's sulked. He's just somebody who's got on with his job whenever he's had to. You know, he knew Carlo Ancelotti. Carlo Ancelotti spoke very highly of him. And I think it was important for Everton to identify Allan first, because it was the biggest thing we've lacked. You know, as a midfield, Everton lack goals. They lack defensive cover. They lack a lot of things. But Allan coming in shores up that defence, which means we keep more clean sheets. You know, Pickford depending, obviously. But we keep more clean sheets. We stop the ball, get into our final four. We get the ball and turn. You know, he's got that ability to get the ball and turn and pass that ball on. And this is where it's exciting about what Allan brings to Everton Football Club. You know, and just some of the other things he said about the fans and how he's really looking forward to getting going. I can't wait to see Allan put a blue shirt on, whether that be today, later against Preston, or whether that be next week against Spurs. I'm really fucking looking forward to it, because he is the sort of guy we have needed. A proper snide, a proper, you know, he making tackles on Ciro Immobile, and he's getting stuck in, he's getting aggressive, and he's celebrating them. So that's exactly what you want to hear and see. That is exactly what you want. And I am thoroughly excited about what Allan will bring to this football club. I truly am. In other news, obviously, we're still waiting on Jay Rodriguez and Decore, but, you know, as a midfielder and as a midfield, all of a sudden Everton have propelled themselves to, I'm not going to say top of the league. John's very excited about our midfield, and I get why. But it's a gazillion times better than it was. You know, it's so much better than it was. You know, when you look at midfields of Tom Davies, Fabian Delph, Gylfi Sigurdsson, Morgan Schneiderlin, and you're replacing that with players like Touchwood with the other two, but Decore, James Rodriguez and Allan. It's just brilliant. So this video is all about Allan. This video is all about Allan and what he can bring and what he will produce in a blue shirt. I'm really looking forward to him getting in against the Spurs midfielders and just getting about the place, using that that pace and that aggression, which will also allow our fullbacks to get forward because he will slot in. You know, I was talking about transitions. I was talking about that in the last video. And the transition that you make is you almost turn into a 3-4-5 in attack, or a 3-5-2 in attack, or you work on a 4-3-3, or you could sometimes change into a 3-4-3. And that's where one of the fullbacks pushes forward, probably Luca Dean. He will push forward and Allan will fill in. Allan will come back, he'll fill in, because he's more than capable. You know, if there's an issue on the pitch and you need someone to slot in somewhere, he will do that job because he just loves playing football. He loves getting stuck in. And he's a player that, honest to God, this football club, and I'm not going to say this enough, this football club has needed in so long. In so long. Oh, I'm absolutely buzzing. I am truly buzzing that we've got someone as capable as Allan walking into our team. You know, it just... And the quality of player that this guy's played with, you know, Neymar, Richarlison. I mean, you could go through the Brazil squad. You know, this is a guy who knows the game. This is a guy who, you know, got his trade against Udinese, understands what he needs to do on the pitch. He played in Brazil as a young person before moving over. He is the type of person that just... He brings so much quality to this side that if you're not excited, it's wrong. He will do the Lee Carsley type job. Get the ball, win it back, pass it on. That is exactly what he will do. You know, we've got to stop saying, you know, about going sideways, or, you know, we've got to stop moaning about our centre midfielders if they pass backwards, because the key thing to Everton Football Club under Ancelotti will be possession. And if he passes the ball sideways, like Morgan Schneiderlin was guilty of, a lot of people called him a crab, including me. That's because he didn't use his opportunities to go forward. We're going to have a player that's going to be sitting alongside potentially Andre Gomez, a Decore, and a James Rodriguez. All of those players, you know, Decore carrying that ball forward, James Rodriguez picking it up on the edge of the box and scoring screamers left, right and centre, or little dink balls into Richarlison. He is the one. He's the catalyst for that. Allan is the key that unlocks the entire team. And this is what people probably haven't realised. And I've screamed for this for years. He is the key. You know, I'm not putting any pressure on him. Well, I am. But he's the person that will dictate a game for us. He will dictate whether we win, lose or draw. It won't be Decore. It won't be James Rodriguez. It will be Allan. Because Allan will be the one who dominates the midfield. He will get the ball to Decore, who will carry the ball forward and equally dominating teams, who will then either play it off, shoot, give it to a striker, or give it to James Rodriguez, who will give some quality, who will turn on the ball, who will finish. I'm so happy about this signing. I'm spitting all over the place, and I'm truly chuffed. I'm truly chuffed, and this is going to be a really exciting start to what could be a great season for Everton Football Club. So, guys, look, I'm leaving it there. Thank you ever so much for watching. As always, watch along will be 2:45. It might be just before that, but you know, we'll be there for the watch along. We'll see if Allan plays. It would be nice to see him play, but equally, look, I kind of don't want him to play because I don't want any of our new players to potentially get injuries and not see them against Spurs, because Spurs ain't going to know what's fucking hit them. They're not going to know what's hit them. When they line up against a completely different Everton midfield, irrespective of any other signings, when they line up against a shithouse in Allan, a brute in Decore, and an absolute powerhouse superstar in Rodriguez, they ain't going to know what's hit them. Guys, I'm leaving it there. Thank you ever so much. Make sure you like, subscribe and share this video. Make sure you come and watch us on the watch along, even if it's for a couple of minutes. We really do appreciate it. And guys, I'll see you soon. Peace.
Did you think